Commander pressed his clawed hand against the cold metal console. His four eyes blinked rapidly as he studied the sensor readings. Something was wrong. The data made no sense at all. The Empire had ruled this sector of space for 3,000 years. They had conquered 17 different species. They had destroyed entire civilizations that dared to challenge their power. Their technology was the most advanced in the known galaxy. Their weapons could crack planets in half. Their shields could withstand the heat of dying stars. But today, Commander felt something he had never felt before. He felt fear. His scout vessel, the Silent Watcher, was hiding behind a dead moon in the outer reaches of an unknown solar system. His mission was simple: observe, report, return. The Empire had detected strange energy signatures coming from this region, signals that did not match any known species, signals that were getting stronger every cycle. "Commander," whispered his second officer, "the sensors are picking up movement, multiple contacts. They are coming from the third planet." Turned his attention to the main display screen. Small dots were appearing one by one, then dozens, then hundreds. Ships. Hundreds of ships were leaving the third planet and forming into a massive fleet. "What species is this?" demanded. "Cross-reference with all known databases." Worked frantically at his station. His fingers moved across the holographic controls like dancing insects. Then he stopped. His skin, which was normally a healthy shade of purple, turned pale blue. "Commander, there is no match. This species is not in our records. They are completely unknown." Felt his heart's beat faster. An unknown species with a fleet this large was dangerous. The Empire would want to know everything about them. He would be rewarded greatly for this discovery. "Begin detailed scans," he ordered. "I want to know everything. Their ship designs, their weapon systems, their power sources, everything." The Silent Watcher's advanced scanning equipment activated. Invisible beams of energy reached across the void of space toward the alien fleet. The equipment was the finest in the Empire. It could analyze the atomic structure of a ship from 10 light-years away. It could decode encrypted communications in seconds. It could detect the heartbeat of a crew member through meters of solid metal. For exactly 3 seconds, the scanners worked perfectly. Then everything went dark. Every screen on the bridge flickered and died. Every light turned off. The hum of the engine stopped completely. Even the emergency systems failed. The Silent Watcher became nothing more than a floating piece of dead metal. Grabbed the edge of his command chair as the artificial gravity failed. He floated upward, spinning slowly in the complete darkness. Around him, he could hear his crew crying out in confusion and terror. "What happened?" someone screamed. "What is going on?" Tried to stay calm. He had fought in 37 battles. He had faced enemies that would drive lesser beings insane. But this silence, this absolute darkness, it was something else entirely. "Everyone stay calm," he commanded. "This is just a system failure. We will restore power." But even as he said the words, he knew something was very wrong. Technology did not fail. It was impossible. Their systems had triple redundancies. Their power cores could function for 10,000 years without maintenance. For everything to fail at once was beyond explanation. Then in the darkness, a new light appeared. It was a soft blue glow coming from the main view screen. The screen flickered back to life, but it was not showing their sensor data. Instead, it displayed a simple message in a language that had never seen before. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the message shifted and changed. The strange symbols transformed into perfect text. Someone had translated it for them. The message read, "You scanned us. That was very rude. We scanned you back. We are much better at it. Please wait while we decide what to do with you." Stared at the message in disbelief. His mind struggled to understand what was happening. This unknown species had detected their scan. They had somehow counterattacked through the scanning beam itself. They had taken complete control of his ship using technology that should not exist. "Commander," whispered from somewhere in the darkness, "what do we do?" Before could answer, another message appeared on the screen. "We have accessed your ship's database. We have learned your language. We have studied your history. We have seen what your empire does to other species. We do not like it." Felt true terror now. These creatures had downloaded their entire database in seconds. They knew everything about the Empire, their military strength, their weaknesses, their expansion plans. Everything that had taken 3,000 years to build was now exposed to an enemy they did not understand. The message continued, "We are called humans. We come from the third planet. We call it Earth. You have been watching our solar system for some time. We noticed. We let you watch because we wanted to learn about you too. Now we have learned enough." A new image appeared on the screen. It showed one of the human ships up close, studied it carefully. The design was strange. It was not elegant like vessels. It looked rough and aggressive. It was covered in sharp angles and what appeared to be heavy armor plating. But most disturbing were the weapon systems. Even with his untrained eye, could see that these ships were built for one purpose only: war. "Your empire has conquered 17 species," the message continued. "You have destroyed worlds. You have committed acts that we cannot forgive. You have done these things because you believed you were the most powerful force in the galaxy. You were wrong." Wanted to respond. He wanted to defend his empire. He wanted to explain that they were simply doing what any advanced species would do. The strong conquered the weak. It was the natural order of the universe. But he could not speak. He could not move. The fear had frozen him completely. "We are sending a gift to your empire. 300 of our ships are now traveling to your home world. They will arrive in 6 of your standard cycles. When they arrive, they will deliver a message. The message is simple. The Empire will release all conquered species. The Empire will return all stolen territory. The Empire will disband its military fleet. If these demands are not met, the Empire will cease to exist." The screen flickered again. A new image appeared. It showed a planet, a beautiful world with blue oceans and green continents. Then a single human ship fired a weapon. A beam of pure white light struck the planet. In an instant, the entire world cracked apart like an egg. Pieces of the planet scattered into space. Within seconds, nothing remained but dust and asteroids. "That was a test," the message explained. "An uninhabited world we found suitable for demonstration purposes. Your home world has 12 billion inhabitants. It would make a much larger mess. We would prefer to avoid this, but we will not hesitate if you force our hand." Felt his legs give out beneath him. He floated in the zero gravity, unable to control his body. His mind was screaming at him to do something, to fight back, to escape. But there was nothing he could do. His ship was completely powerless. His weapons were useless. His entire empire was now at the mercy of creatures they had never even known existed. "We are restoring minimal power to your vessel. You will have enough energy to return home. You will deliver this message to your leaders. You will tell them what you have witnessed. You will make sure they understand that we are not making empty threats." The lights flickered back on. The hum of the engines returned, fell to the floor as gravity was restored. Around him, his crew was in chaos. Some were crying. Others were praying to gods that had never answered. A few had simply shut down, their minds unable to process what had happened. Pushed himself to his feet. He looked at the main screen one final time. The human fleet was visible now. Hundreds of ships arranged in perfect formation. They were not moving to attack. They were simply waiting, watching, judging. One final message appeared on the screen. "We watched the stars for thousands of years, wondering if we were alone. We built weapons because we were afraid of what we might find. We hoped we would never need them. Your empire has proven that our fears were justified. Go home, Commander. Tell your people that humanity has awoken. Tell them that the age of empires is over. Tell them that the galaxy now has a new guardian. and tell them that we are always watching. The screen went dark, stood in silence for a long moment. Then he turned to his surviving crew. "Set a course for the home world," he said quietly. "Maximum speed." No one questioned him. No one asked what they would tell the Emperor. No one wondered how the Empire would respond. They all knew the truth now. They had stumbled upon something they could not defeat. They had awakened a sleeping giant that had been preparing for this moment for a very long time. As the silent watcher limped away from the human solar system, looked back at the fleet one last time, he thought about all the species his empire had conquered. He thought about the countless worlds they had burned. He thought about the millions of lives they had ended without mercy. And for the first time in his life, Commander understood what it felt like to be prey. The journey home took 9 cycles. When they arrived, delivered his message to the Emperor himself. He showed the recordings. He explained what had happened. He warned them about the fleet that was coming. The Emperor laughed at first. Then he saw the recording of the planet being destroyed. His laughter died in his throat. 3 cycles later, the human fleet arrived exactly as promised. 300 ships that should have taken years to travel such a distance. They appeared without warning, bypassing every sensor and defense system the Empire had built. They did not fire a single weapon. They did not need to. The Empire surrendered within 1 cycle. Every demand was met. Every conquered species was freed. Every stolen world was returned. And across the galaxy, word spread of the humans. The species that had hidden on a tiny blue world. The species that had prepared in silence while others fought and conquered. The species that had built weapons capable of ending empires with a single shot. Some called them monsters, others called them saviors, but everyone agreed on one thing. Humanity was no longer hiding, and the galaxy would never be the same again.